Hey, how you doing, everybody? This is Bob, the bald guy from Colonial Used Auto Sales, Route 611, Bartonsville, PA. We're gonna do another little tip of the day today. Instead of sort of typing it out, I figured I would run a video and kind of do it this way. So today's tip is going to be about something called gap insurance. Gap insurance, guaranteed asset protection. Those of you who have purchased a car in the last 40 or so years would maybe hear that term, gap insurance. I wanted to let you know what it is and what it does, and if you need it or if you don't need it, and some of the criteria that go around it in the event something happens to your car, like an accident. So here's what it's all about. Gap insurance is something that guarantees that the bank that you financed the car with will get paid back in the event that there is an accident and the car is totaled. This is only if a car is deemed a total loss. So that was not a gunshot, I swear. So here's how it works. Let's just say that you have an accident with your car, the car is totaled, and at that point you owe $20,000 to the bank. Now, the insurance company is going to send out an agent to go look at your car and put a value of what that car is worth at that point with that mileage and whatever damage you have to the vehicle. So they're deeming it a total loss. So you owe the bank $20,000. If the insurance company comes back and says the value of the car is $15,000, that's what we will pay on the claim, you are upside down $5,000. So where does that $5,000 come from? You, if you don't have gap insurance. You have to pay the bank back the $5,000 that is in, as we say, negative equity. Now, I just want to go sidebar here for a second. Nowadays, the insurance companies do not go through NADA, which is the national average of value of vehicle, or Kelley Blue Book. You've heard that topic before, or that name. They are using third-party companies that are going out and calling different dealerships and getting values. Now, the problem with that is that a lot of those companies are devaluing the car, meaning if the car, let's say, was worth, like I said, $15,000, they might come back and say the car is worth $10,000. So now you're $10,000 upside down on that vehicle. So there's a lot of shenanigans going around. And it really puts you in a very, very precarious situation, because you can end up paying on that particular car for a long time, well, not a long time, but a while, and you don't even have the car anymore. So it's important for you to understand that gap insurance covers you in the event that, like I said, something happens to the vehicle. Now, I want to run another scenario by you. Let's just say you've purchased the car, you've been in the car for 5 years. Let's say you took out a 6-year term, or 6-year loan, and you want to refinance it at some point. And you've put gap insurance on when you first financed that car. If you refinance the car, guess what? That gap insurance goes away because you've satisfied the loan. The loan is paid off. Remember, it's an insurance policy on the loan. So once that loan is satisfied, the gap goes away. So when you refinance the car, you should put gap insurance back on again, because it covers you in the event that you have a catastrophic accident and the car is totaled. So it is probably the number one thing ancillary product that a customer will purchase when they leave here. I would say probably 90% of the financed vehicles that leave our lot will have gap insurance on it. So to gap or not to gap, that remains the question. I feel like we're back in school again. But in retrospect, it is something that will certainly cover you in the event that something happens, and it's just peace of mind, really, if you will. So that's my little tip of the day. To gap or not to gap, that is the question. I say 100% get gap insurance. It changes your payment maybe by about $15 a month, $18 a month, because there is a cap of what a car dealer can charge in the state of Pennsylvania. And some banks will limit how much a car dealer can charge on the gap insurance. So it really is peace of mind. It's pennies a day, maybe 10 cents a day. I don't know, 10 cents a day, maybe, to have it, So that's my little tip. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Bob the Bald Guy, Colonial Used Auto Sales, Route 611, Bartonsville, Pennsylvania. See you soon.